The death toll across our country stands at 73,863 souls lost to this virus.
There will be, tragically, at least 100,000 deaths from COVID by the end of this month. As bad as this has been, it's just the beginning.
It's lines like that that make me feel anxious. If this is the beginning, then when is the end? It really feels like the news is getting worse. And with this level of uncertainty, there's no wonder why there's been research and reports on how our environment is affecting us and making us depressed, anxious, and stressed. I wanted to figure this out on a personal level. So with a little bit of reading, a little bit of self-reflecting, I found that these unhealthy levels of stress and anxiety was really my way in trying to grasp or get some sense of control around the situation. Now, hearing me on this sense of control. Everyone has their own different degree and how much in control they generally need to be. The brain needs some type of control or type of predictability so that it doesn't end up spending too many cycles or too much energy on figuring out all the outcomes. And being human, we all need some type of sense of control. So whether that's over our career, over a hobby that we choose to invest in, over our cup of coffee and how we want it done in the morning, or maybe even how we look and dress and present ourselves. Introducing the 3 R's: reactions, relationships, and routines. First up, reactions. I got this tip from the book Happiness Advantage, where they had a concept around falling up, which means actively seeking optimism and gratitude. Looping back to the sense of control. Now, we can't certainly 100% control our environment. Some of us try to control others, but we know that that's not even possible. Heck, we sometimes can't even control when we need to use the washroom. But what we can control is how we feel and react to certain situations. Now, it may not be a new concept. Truman, I've heard, yeah, easier said than done. Gratitude, thinking of things that we're grateful for, people that we're grateful for, even the most minimalistic things like life in itself. Show gratitude and flip that reaction and the way you feel about a current situation. Control how your energy is being spent. Now, if you need further tips in how to get that gratitude, getting a token, right? A token, something that, for instance, symbolizes a form of gratitude, right? So in all transparency, I'm still sort of looking for mine. It's not this Be Awesome mug, not today. Although I do like it. It serves up some pretty good coffee when I do need it. I've heard for some people that they have these great keychains that whenever they always look at it, it always cracks a smile. Maybe it's a memory of something, right? It doesn't have to be physical. Maybe you have a key go-to memory. And my token would be Pringles chips. Yeah, I know, it's not the most healthiest token around, but it really brought me back to the time when my dad and I would just watch Disney cartoons and have some Pringles chips together. And yeah, there just wasn't any worries. I felt safe, secure, and happy. So for me, obviously I want to do that in moderation, right? And I'm not telling everyone to resort to their most guiltiest pleasure. The second R, relationships. To dovetail from Happiness Advantage, there's this other concept called pro-social spending. Pro-social spending is all about investing in your relationships and nurturing them. They've conducted studies, and naturally, as human beings, we're family-oriented, pack type of animals. So the more you can nurture, invest, and be generous and work with other people, the more fulfillment you get back. So as another hack, whenever you're feeling all weird and unmotivated and just in the dumps, try doing something for someone else. Now I'm gonna reference The Power of Moments. which is all around creating unique experiences. And there's nothing like investing in nurturing relationships by providing these really special moments to fortify and strengthen relationships. Do something unexpected. This way you can disrupt the norm and create a moment that is special and that is really sticky for ages, right? So instead of doing this whole like texting bit, maybe try, hey, how's it going? I appreciate you. And I've conducted a few of these video messages myself, and they're great. There's something about video that you can't do through text to convey and show that emotion on how much you appreciate that person. So for me, when I'm feeling a little off, I'll reach out to an old colleague, a friend I haven't spoken to in a long time, or somebody that I just really want to show my appreciation for, and I'll film a video. What's up, AJ? Oh, hey, I really appreciate our friendship. I appreciate you and your hustle. I really admire and learn a lot from you in respect of just your own business play and being that ballsy and going out for it. And hope you and the fam jam are doing great. When you do this, don't expect video back in return. In fact, don't expect anything, even a reply. Just do it out of the kindness of your heart. And this way you can just give without expectation. Something else that you might consider, which is kind of fun, is snail mail. Do the same thing, show them you appreciate them. In fact, what I do is I write that note and also include a little extra something, in this case, a really nice laptop sticker, and I just send it off without expectation. It's just something nice. Reactions, check. Relationships, double check. Routines, now we're on it. To really cement the first two and have those continually go in motion, we're gonna have to create habits. And through those habits, we can create routines that can give us that ultimate sense of control. And I recommend Atomic Habits to really help develop those routines, because there are some really prescriptive things like starting off small and having that compounding effect to building bigger end results, right? So it doesn't mean that you have to jump right at it in terms of like positive mindset all the time, video message 30 of your friends and colleagues. Start off small. Maybe think of something really nice right when you first wake up in the morning, and then start off with even a text to a friend, right? And then eventually get to a audio voicemail, and then to a video message. But the most important thing is committing to a schedule. With these new conditions, I have the power, and it's in my control, to update my past routine into its current form, which is still walking the lovely little guy. Follow that up with a little bit of kettlebell exercises.
Let's get that kettlebell ready and start a nice deep squat.
And then of course, a little bit of reading. There you have it. Reactions, relationships, and routines. But wait, since you stuck around for this long, I'm gonna include a bonus. That is rest. It could be in both of the form of a mental rest, physical rest in terms of just having that nap. There's also the other rest, the taking the rest from all the news and everything that's happening around you. And more importantly, just unplugging. Unplugging and being kind to yourself and not being so hard on the circumstances. Like, things happened. Things might have not been a part of the plan, and I don't think anyone planned for what was going on. And plans don't always go 100%, and being kind to yourself is really important. Cutting yourself some slack. Things will get better. And here we go, quick recap, reactions. You can't control anything around you, but the only thing you control is how you react. So stay positive, choose gratitude, and if you need to, leverage a token. Relationships. It never goes out of style. Nurture them, invest in them, reach out, whether it's through video or sending them snail mail. Just say how much you appreciate them and how you miss them and you can't wait to see them next. routines. Develop some routine so you can get a sense of predictability, and that will allow you to have much more of a sense of control. And the last one, rest, which is essentially unplug, be kind to yourself, and we'll get through this. So, still on. As you can see, I'm reaching for my own token and getting my own reaction, gratitude, simpler time and gear. But before I dive in, thank you again so much for checking out this video. My name's Truman. Please share in the comments below your tips, tricks, and general thoughts on how we can get through these uncertain times together and beyond. So with that, while you're still around, check out a few of these. Maybe I might spring you a chip or two. And also, if we haven't already, please subscribe. I'd love for you to follow this Brief Book Club journey and hit the bell. So apart from that, thank you so much once again. Cheers. Okay.